Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the regularly scheduled meeting of the Board of Public Works for Monday, November 17th, 2025. Mr. Knight, please take roll and establish quorum.
Good morning, President King, Vice President Chavez, and Commissioner Mitchell are present. We do have a quorum. We're joined by City Attorney Representative Thomas Costello Vega and TJ Knight with the Board of Public Works. This morning, we have one public commenter here joining us present in the hearing room. We have 4 public commenters on the virtual platform, and we have 1 multiple agenda item commenter on the virtual platform and 1 single item commenter on the virtual platform. We have no neighborhood council commentary this morning.
Thank you very much. Before we begin with public comment, just wanted to announce that items 3 through 8, which are HLA related, will be continued to Monday,
Big Chief.
November 24th, 2005. So items number
Is that
3
Monica?
through 8.
Hey, Monica.
Next Monday.
I posted
Monday,
your
November
cows.
24th,
They're so
2025.
pretty.
So with that, we will get started with general public comment, which is an opportunity for the public to address the board on public interest items and will be provided up to 1 minute per person, up to a cumulative total of 10 minutes for the general public comment segment of each regular meeting. Testimony shall be limited in content to subject matters which are within the jurisdiction of the Board of Public Works. The board may not take any action on any matters discussed during the public comment period. We do have one in-person speaker. We'll get started with Joe Linton.
Can you guys hear okay?
Hello, my name is Joe Linton. I'm the appellant on the HLA appeals. I'm frustrated to see these on the agenda and even to be discussed at this meeting because I think that they were the law requires a 10-day notice, and I received only a 4-day notice. So I don't think you can discuss these or continue them or take any action on them. I think they should be withdrawn. And but you know your parliamentary procedures better than I do. But these are not agenda items legally because the city didn't follow the city's HLA ordinance for notification. Thank you.
Thank you very much. With that, let's transition to our virtual platform.
Thank you, President King, and we'll go ahead and start with Children's Voices Matter.
Go Eyes to See.
Please unmute, and you'll have 60 seconds to offer your public comment.
Hello, greetings everyone. I just wanted to address the L. Ron Hubbard way and cover a quote by L. Ron Hubbard from WikiQuote. The only way you can control people is to lie to them. You can write that down in your book in great big letters. The only way you can control anybody is to lie to them. That's from lecture Off the Time Track, June 1952, as quoted in Journal of Scientology, issue 18G. Thank you for listening, and I appreciate all the help that you give. Have a good day.
And we'll move next to Audit LA.
Go Audit.
Good morning. Very interesting, the first speaker. So he pointed out that you guys did not follow procedure correctly. And before the meeting even started, I guess you caught that and you removed those items from this meeting. You adjusted because you realized your error. And Scientology doesn't do that. How long have we been coming here to let you know they have not abided by not even one of their permits. And with their structural permits, which require a permit and inspection, they haven't had that done since 2022 from what the records show. But they still build these big towers and gigantic tents. And guess what? They're still given permits. Like you're not adjusting their bad behaviors. I mean, and I'm sure your stuff was just oversight. Theirs is deliberate because they just don't care. They snub their nose. They do what they want to do.
2 seconds, then we'll move next to Yvonne.
Go Yvonne.
Remodeling on 1404 Catalina Street still seems to be going on as the refuge container still exists in the horseshoe parking driveway. The tents and the violations or lack of permit from building safety. I sent a letter to them and their response was, we do not have the time or manpower to do that. That is not an acceptable answer. The answer is fix the problem. You need to get the manpower, you need to find the funding, you need to assess the fees and penalties for when these things don't exist or don't issue permits.
Cricket, hello. Thank you for coming.
The permit for the events for the IAS were longer than.
Thank you. That's 60 seconds, and we'll move next to Opara FM.
Go, Laura.
Hi, good morning. Yes, I'm gonna go along again with what Audit LA and YRB just said, Yvonne. This is super important, you guys. It's getting really frustrating for children of Scientology, the ex-children, okay? And then you have advocates like the people calling in who have been born and raised in this, and we're telling you there are serious problems with your permits, of you giving Scientology permits. And at this point, it seems like I'm just getting fucking furious now, because we've been nice. We've done everything we're supposed to do. We come into the city. We do these meetings. When are you guys going to say, guess what, guys? We're bringing this up on the board. We're bringing up the permit to revoke it. Why is it going to get so, are you going to allow this to happen where I'm screaming in the city hall at your meetings? President Kang, I'm getting sick of this. This has to change. I'm so sick of nothing being done. This happens I spend my weekends going to protest and document. It's not okay that you don't have investigators. That's not fucking.
Thank you, Laura, and that's 60 seconds. President King, there are 3 additional hands raised on the virtual platform. Would you like, I can ask if they would like
Yes,
to
please.
public comment. And we'll start with Georgina McPhee. Would you like to offer public commentary this morning?
Yes, please, and multiple agenda items.
Go ahead with public comment.
Thank you. I'm calling to discuss the street permit for Charles Manson Way. Oh, wait, it's not that cult leader. It's the other, more destructive cult leader, L. Ron Hubbard Way. He was far more destructive and dangerous than Charles Manson because he's gone on for decades of family destroying, child trafficking, child abusing, human rights violating. He's been federally convicted of infiltrating our government, and yet we continue to let them have a street permit. It needs to be addressed. I yield back my time.
Miriam, would you like to offer public commentary this morning?
Yes, please.
Go ahead. You have 60 seconds.
Yeah, I also want to echo on
Hey,
the
Style.
previous speakers, what they were talking about.
Go, Miriam.
I understand that you have limited jurisdiction when it comes to, for example, human trafficking and so forth, and you are not able to end that. However, Scientology breaks the rules everywhere they can. And that's why we're coming to you every week, several times a week, to call and report on the permit violations, on their slave labor working on public streets, because we know that that's actually your area of responsibility, and that's something
Bye,
that you
Bianca.
can take action on, because we need to show that the city of LA rejects Scientology, and they are not able to continue the way they have been doing the past 70 years. I yield back my time.
And I see Gigi, you have your hand up. Would you like to offer public commentary this morning?
Go,
Yes,
Ganja.
just general.
Go ahead.
Okay, so over the weekend, I was very shocked to see that they actually had a ramp at Scientology. They are not ADA compliant any other day, but for some reason they had a ramp sticking halfway into the public street. I'm wondering, was there a permit for this? It was on the actual L. Ron Hubbard Street, on the bricks, and it was just sticking out there. They had like some barricade or something in front of it, but I'm wondering, did they get a permit for this? Did they all of a sudden decide to be ADA compliant and have a ramp for their people? I don't know. But also those towers that they have on L. Ron Hubbard, those are like 20, 25 feet. Have they been inspected? They do not look safe. Scientology does not have, people that know what they're doing put these up. They have people making $47 a week constructing these towers. They need to be inspected. Please check on this. Thank you.
President King, that concludes public commentary this morning.
Thank you very much. With that, we will close the general public comment portion of today's meeting. And before moving on to multiple, I wanted to request our City Attorney Representative Thomas Costello Vega to give us a little bit of clarity on what the HLA continuation means.
Thank you, President King. So just to clarify for everyone in attendance, items 3 through 8 were continued at the beginning of this meeting until next Monday. And so what that means is that the board will not be discussing or taking any action on those items at today's meeting.
Thank you very much for that clarification. Moving on to our multiple agenda item public comment. The board will provide an opportunity for members of the public wishing to speak on more than one agenda item during multiple agenda item comment period for up to a minute per item, up to a total of 3 minutes per person per meeting. This is the only time to speak on more than one agenda item, and please identify the items that you'll speak on when you are called. We do not have any in-person multiple commenters, so we will transition to a virtual platform.
Thank you, President King. We're going to go ahead and get started with Audit LA, followed by Georgina. Audit LA, please identify which item you're speaking on. Go ahead.
Good morning. I'm going to start with number 9, but there's 2 things I want to discuss about it. The first part is, it's about storm water and clean water, right? So I want to remind you, because it was before you guys were on the board, that Scientology dumped about 100,000 gallons of water on the property to get rid of protesters. It completely it made their soil wet for many months, and I know I got stuck in it. It completely destroyed the sidewalk. It completely buckled from it, and that's why we've been complaining about that. And then there were planters filled with all kinds of debris, looked like construction debris. We don't know what that is. So I am concerned about that. And I know there's the O bond or whatever, which I would like to see them open up an investigation into that, because that is going to go possibly, if it was that much damage from that water, from storm water, then I am concerned about what that has gotten into the table, into the water table, into the sewers. And especially since, because they were suspected, I don't know what the outcome was, I don't know that yet, but there was underground, possible unpermitted work on tunnels. So again, that could be the debris. We don't know what's going on there because they will not abide by the rules. The other part of this same item is that I want to suggest with this and anything where you're doing personal contracts for, or it might be the other one, I don't know, the one where you're trying to get for them to do on the different gardens or whatever. They have different, instead of hiring high-level contractors sometimes, I know they have contractors where, I've seen it, where they have people who are developmentally disabled or economically disadvantaged, trying to, teach them skills and whatever, and they're fully supervised, and they actually do amazing work. I've seen it in building maintenance and stuff, cleaning, they're cleaning the halls and everything, and they do amazing work. They take such pride in their work. And I would like to see those kind of bids and things happen more, so we can, and also people coming sometimes, out of jail or something where they are trying to get a second chance, Homeboy Network and stuff like that. So I would like, and they're also disabled, whatever. But so I would like to see a variety of different kinds of contracts. Number 1, giving away a street. I am going to constantly say I have I feel anxiety when I hear about any kind of street or any kind of vacations. I guess I know they're necessary in some times, but I don't want this. It seems like the city is doing it way too often, and they seem so easily. It's just oh, yes, yes, yes. And my concern is, because we all know Scientology wants one.
3 minutes, and we'll move next to Georgina.
Am I unmuted?
Unmuted me, TJ.
Am I unmuted?
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. I actually just want to speak on minutes, so I realize that only gives me a minute.
Thank you. Go ahead.
I am calling because you still aren't utilizing Grand Kiss the way it's intended to be used. In Sacramento and in most cities around the United States, the public comments are linked in the minutes. I understand you don't want to make a summation of what people say. You don't want to accidentally misinterpret something, but you could have a link provided easily that people can click on the link and go and check out what was being said. Granicus allows you to do this. This is what Sacramento uses, and it's something you have available to you already. You need to task your tech department sufficiently and have this addressed. Thank you. I yield back my time.
And I do see an additional hand raised. Gigi, would you like to offer multiple agenda item commentary this morning?
Go, Ganja.
Yes, I'd like to speak on 1 and the minutes.
You have 2 minutes. Go ahead.
Okay, so about 1, the street vacation, let's just call it what it is. That's what I'll call it. We want to make sure that if you guys are approached with a street vacation request for L. Ron Hubbard Way, that you're not going to just pass it through, just ask for a vote immediately, say yes, and, rubber stamp, whatever. Like, you need to actually think about what the public has been telling you about that. This one, I'm pretty sure when number 1 comes, you're going to just all agree to it. There's not going to be questions about it, and it's going to just pass through. Well, I'm hoping that you guys ask more questions when it happens, when Scientology comes to you about L. Ron Hubbard Way, because that belongs to Los Angeles. That does not belong to Scientology. On the minutes, again, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but your minutes suck. Your minutes suck because they don't have anything about public comment except that public comment has been received. You've heard several people tell you several times, week after week, day after day, that this is it's not acceptable. So please do something about your minutes, do something about the public comment portion of the minutes, and include what people are talking about in the public comments. Thank you. I yield my time.
And we do have 1 single item commenter on the minutes. If you like, President King, we can take that commenter at this point. Lara FM.
Go, Lara.
Go ahead.
Okay, so here I am again about the minutes and about making it known that we want L. Ron Hubbard's permit revoked. The revocable permit needs to be taken away. They're not upholding anything, and this is going to get more and more serious. It's like, you're triggering child PTSD, cult PTSD every single time you guys give these permits. It's not shown on the minutes, nothing. You're making us feel like, oh, we're doing the right thing. Oh, we're getting our little pat on the shoulder. Good job. And nothing is being done. You have people maybe going by there. There's people in the city that go by blue buildings of Scientology and see the corruption. Nothing is being done. Who on the board here is stopping it? And if it's nobody stopping it, why, President King, are you not doing it? Why couldn't you say, if you had a daughter or your daughter was here doing this, I feel there would be a much bigger change. So please, before this gets way louder than it needs to be, please do something.
That's 60 seconds on the minute. And that, President King, that concludes multiple and single item agenda commentary this morning.
Thank you very much. With that, we will close the multiple item public comment portion of today's meeting and move forward with the approval of minutes for Wednesday, November 5th, 2025.
Hey guys, thanks for coming. Monica, I watch back those knitting streams before I make them public. Well, technically no, because with StreamYard they'd go public instantly, but I always double check and watch them just in case. And I wanted to say to you, I apologize for not being better prepared, that I was more distracted and didn't see everything that you were showing and stuff. I loved that yellow cow, and I didn't even see that until I watched it on replay, except for you did send me a picture of it. But I mean, I didn't see it as good as I saw it there. And I just want to apologize for being distracted while I'm doing those streams, that sometimes it might seem like I'm completely ignoring you or cutting you off. It's like I'm so distracted with chat and trying to keep up with all of that sometimes I miss something you've said, and I don't want you to think that you aren't appreciated or that I'm intentionally ignoring you. It's just I'm distracted with so many different things I'm juggling during these streams. So I miss a lot of chat. I miss a lot of the conversation. I miss things Mock says. And then when I watch it back, I feel bad about that because you guys are important to me and very, very valued. Anyway, the dog's barking. I should probably get going. And I just wanted to say that. And I adore you and I appreciate you. And I gotta go. But oh, did you guys see my Thanksgiving short? I think it turned out really cute for Heather Mack. Check that out. I'll talk to you guys later. Let's see, police commission call tomorrow, public works call Wednesday. So look forward to those. Have a great day. Bye.